How much have you been paying attention to the tournament since you guys have been eliminated?
I've honestly watched every game
Yeah.
still since we've been out. It's been a great tournament to follow. Obviously, with us being in it and going so far,
Yeah.
I also want to see how some of the teams we played against are gonna fare in the tournament. So yeah, I've continued watching.
What was the ride like, man? Like you were, playing for Team Canada. Games are in Canada, Toronto, Vancouver. We see all the scenes, people in the streets. Like, what was it like to be a player for Team Canada through all of that?
Yeah, it was unreal. I don't even know the words or what to say to exactly express what it meant to be a part of that because the love and support we got shown from fans all across the country and then obviously in the stadiums whenever we went to BMO Field and BC plays for the two games, it was unreal. It made, all of us realize what we're doing is so much bigger than, what we are and who we are. And yeah, I think the overall experience was top class.
You brought up the two stadiums, and you played for the Whitecaps, right?
Yeah.
Played for TFC, and like, do you see a lot of I guess the fans comparing the stadiums and the atmospheres? Like, you understand the dynamic between Toronto and Vancouver, right? Like, do you pay attention to that? Like, do you notice it, or are you just tunnel vision on the tournament?
No, I didn't. I wasn't paying too close attention, but honestly, both sets of stadiums, obviously being from here, the first game, and walking out to the pitch and seeing all the red and the fans, and yeah, it was incredible. And then BC Place also delivered where you walk in, and yeah, it's just all Canadian fans, which was awesome to see. It's awesome to play in an atmosphere like that where it's pro Canada and pro your fans. So yeah, both sets of stadiums did an incredible job.
So, I mean, that had to be somewhat startling because you play at BMO all the time, and then you see how it's reconfigured for the World Cup, and I mean, it's just a totally different look, isn't it?
Yeah, it was honestly almost unrecognizable. Like when I walked into the locker room and even the tunnel heading out to the field, everything has obviously been changed because of the World Cup. So it was, yeah, it felt different in some spaces, but when you walk out and you see the bench and the stadium and all of that, it's obviously all the same, but it's just to a way bigger magnitude of the fans. There's not one seat that was empty, and then yeah, just the atmosphere inside the stadium as well was incredible.
When you've been a part of the national team now for a little while, and it's taken a lot of steps forward. You go into this tournament and you look at the group that you're up against. Internally, of course, you'll say you have a lot of belief, and we can go as far as we possibly can. Like, how far did you guys really believe you can go? Did you exceed expectations? Did you meet it? Like, what was that dynamic like for you guys?
Yeah, I think internally for us as a group, we always spoke about we're gonna make a run in this tournament. We're gonna, surprise a lot of people. So for us to get to where we got to, I don't think was a surprise to us. Maybe on the outside to some people it was. Maybe for some people it also wasn't enough. You know how sports are. There's divided
For sure.
opinions. So,
Yeah.
but for us, I think we always knew we could get out of the group and yeah, make a proper run. So yeah, I think if we look back, we definitely would have wanted to like anyone else to continue in the tournament. But I think our expectations was yeah, let's shock the world and get to a quarterfinals, semifinals, stuff like that. So yeah, the round of 16 exit hurt, but we also do know we accomplished a lot during the tournament, and I think even bigger picture what the program and what youth soccer and all of that will look like in this country now moving forward after that.
So, as you went through this, I mean, how do you feel that you sort of evolved as a player, and how do you think the group evolved, and where is it now?
Yeah, I would say the group, which I think is the more important one. I think just as the games kept going, we grew and grew. The first game helped us in the second game to beat Qatar. I think the Qatar game also helped us in the Switzerland game, even though we did lose, but we lost to, a good team who just took the world champions to overtime. I mean
Right.
extra time. So it's yeah, I think every game we played is just it set out a different difficulty level for us to have to do different things, and we're able to respond really well. So I think this World Cup's going to help everyone, especially there's a lot of young guys that were able to get minutes now for the next one. They'll know exactly what the World Cup is like and what the margins are like when you're playing as well.
6-0 against Qatar for you guys. And I think if you were like a fan sitting there watching that, I understand Qatar is not like a highly ranked country, but to see Team Canada at a World Cup score 6 goals in one game where it felt like, back in the 80s, they didn't score a goal. And now to see that, what was the feeling like after that game in the locker room? You guys kind of all together. Like, what did that feel like? It must have been like a real sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think to score 6 goals against anyone at a World Cup is a massive achievement for any country. So for us, especially going into this World Cup without even registering a point in a World Cup, and we're able to do that in the first game. Then the second game, we get our first win, and the third game, we lose, but we make history by qualifying to the round of 32. So it was all, yeah, special. And I think that 6-0 game meant a lot to all of us because, you know, you get multiple guys on the score sheet. It gets confidence and the feeling within guys in a good way heading into, you know, the next round after Switzerland. So yeah, I think all of it was honestly amazing. I think the only negative from that game would have been Yzma getting injured.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think everything was exactly how we would have drew it up to be.
Richie, talk to us about Jesse Marsch. You know, just as a guy who listens to a lot of coaches speak after games, I was struck by him right from the start because he was really direct. He didn't waste any words. He didn't try to hide anything. Is that the way he is? What's it like to play for him?
Yeah, that's exactly how he is as a man, as a coach as well. So I think it helps, you know, in our world where you have a coach that is, you know, straight to it. You know, it tells you exactly how he's feeling, what needs to be better from the group, what needs to be better from individuals. So I think it's sometimes may not be something you want to hear, but it's at least, you know, the right thing to do in my opinion, where he's letting you know exactly what he needs of you.
But when he's telling you what you don't want to hear, he's not. I mean, he's presenting it the right way, isn't he? There's a wrong way to do that.
Definitely. It's not. He's not. You know, it's not a slate to you or anything like that. He's generally wanting the best for you and telling you what he thinks will help you reach another level of your game or whatever it might be like. So yeah, he's definitely very direct in the way he speaks in media to us. But you know, I think for us, especially knowing him as well as we do know him, it all comes from a very good place, and he's honestly and generally just wants the best for all of his players, staff, everyone involved within the group.
Richie, the only reason he's asking that is because if I have a bad show, he calls me on the way home and he tells me all the very, very directly. He tells me all the stuff we've been, you know, I've had to deal with it for years now.
Very directly.
Yeah. Very direct. He just wanted some reassurance on his philosophy.
Yeah, see, Jesse does it. I can do it.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way to be.
That's what you're going to say now. Hey, Jesse Marsch does this, so the Tat Man can do it. Yeah. we had Alistair Johnston on when he was still rehabbing, and he was hosting SportsCentre, and he did the whole thing. And he talked about Jesse Marsch and, you know, kind of the difference between being a Canadian guy and the way, you know, Jesse Marsch is American and the way he kind of talks. And I think there was like a little bit of a balancing act he had mentioned, right? Like he's going to try and, let's call it like, give you guys a little confidence boost, and he's going to come down a little bit and meet you in the middle. Is that something you recognize with him?
Yeah. He's you know, like we said, he's very direct. He's a guy that speaks his mind, and he's confident, you know, with everything that he does. So I think that was one of the biggest things he was able to instill in us when he first came on. He's like, yeah, you guys have to realize you guys are good. You guys are really good, you know?
You guys are good.
Exactly. So he's like, you need to act like it, you know? Like you guys don't have to be the nice guys all the time or anything like that. So he's definitely bridging the gap for us for that. And then we're also bridging the gap to calm him down a little bit as well.
Was there any comments to Alistair about his TV debut hosting SportsCentre? You guys get on his case about that?
Yeah. We were actually all watching. It was right before our dinner, so we were all around the TV watching. We thought he did a pretty good job. He did well.
It
seemed like a natural.
It's not easy to do it, right? Like he did a good job.
Did very good. Yeah. We were all impressed, but not surprised, honestly.
Is he a big talker in the locker room?
Alistair can talk, so you know, we weren't surprised that he was able to come on here and do well.
I found it interesting. Like he's got a little bit of an accent now.
Yeah. I mean, he's been there for 5 years now. Yeah. So he's getting a little bit of it.
It's interesting.
So I guess you would look at this and say that the Canadian men's soccer team now has expectation, but I think that's slightly wrong. I think you had expectation going into this, didn't you?
100%. Yeah, I think we already knew what the pressure was like outside of the team with, you know, as soon as the group got announced who we were going to be playing against, you know, you kind of felt that everyone was like, yeah, this is a group that these guys need to make it out of. So we had that pressure, but I think after the tournament, it's brought it to another level. You know, exit in the round of 16 where, like I just said, some people see it as a success, some people see it as failure. Whatever the case might be, that's now the floor. That's the bare minimum now for this group. We've been to a round of 16. Now next time we get to a World Cup, it's quarterfinals, it's semifinals. These are the heights and the places now that the program needs to get to, which I think is very good.
Do you look at that as like a positive challenge or like a daunting thing to say that, man, we got to keep pushing the bar up? Or is it just like we have a lot of confidence, a lot of belief, and that's an exciting thing. And, we'll take the responsibility, but like we really enjoy it. Like, how do you look at it?
I think we love it, honestly.
Yeah.
We love it because that's what we've been dying for. We've spoken about wanting to make Canada a footballing country, and I think these are all steps in the perfect direction to do so. So yeah, this is exactly what we wanted. So now, as a group, now and the future groups, this is now the standard, which I think is perfect for Canadian soccer.
As a guy who's obviously a professional footballer, I think I used the right terminology there. And you're a huge fan of the game. When you watch a game like today, are you blown away by like the touch and the finesse and some of the plays that these like the best of the world can pull off? Like, are you sitting there like, oh my God, it's beautiful?
Yeah. You see on both of the teams, there's world-class players, guys that are the best in the world in their positions playing, out on the pitch today. So yeah, you see things and you're like, it's kind of goes to show there's levels, So,
yeah. This tournament, did you notice that with this tournament a little bit? Like, the group games were what they were. There was a little bit of a mishmash, but as the tournament has kind of filtered out those teams, like that's as good as it gets skill wise.
Yeah. I mean, like today watching, Jamal and you have Mbappe, Olise, Dembele, all these guys on the pitch together competing against each other. These are the best players in the world, So they make the hard things look easy when they're not easy at all, So it's a pleasure to be able to watch guys like that.
So you're on the pitch. You can give us the currency of when a guy goes down. I mean, how much of that is dramatics and how much of it is the guy's actually exhausted?
Sometimes it's it's a tactic to get a foul. Maybe sometimes it's to get a breather for the rest of the team, and yeah, there's just a little bit of a combination. Obviously there's the dark arts in any sport, but yeah, that's a way to sometimes slow the tempo down if your team's not on the front foot, or also to maybe draw a foul in a dangerous area that your team now can capitalize and get an advantage on.
Yeah, but I mean, some of these games are played in like the most ridiculous heat. I mean, how do you cope with that? I mean, you can't sit on the sideline and drink all day. I mean, you've got to build up your reserve, right?
Yeah. These hydration breaks at least help with that. But yeah, some of the conditions guys would have had to train in. Even us when we got to Houston. Houston was unbearably hot. Thankfully, the game against Morocco was in the Houston Texans stadium, so it was closed, the roof, and it was air conditioned. But yeah, it's still at the end of the day, it's still hot, So it's something you have to prep days in advance of the game, making sure you're hydrated, eating the right things, and just ready to go.
Can you like inform the viewer, because so many times when it comes to soccer, you hear the word form, right? Like a player kind of needs to get his form, and like I think if you're just like a hockey fan, you're like you're injured or you're not injured, and if you're not injured, you play. Different in soccer, right? Like, can you kind of walk us through that dynamic and what that actually looks like coming back from an injury and getting like up to form or ready to play?
Yeah, I think, with soccer, it's different. Confidence and form is everything, especially returning from injury. I think it's sometimes difficult to reach your full form very quickly. Some people are fortunate enough that maybe it's 2-3 weeks. Some people need a month and a half. It's different for every player. So yeah, and I think with form and trying to get your form, also confidence kind of fluctuates as well throughout the days, the weeks. So yeah, it's not black and white where it's you're back from injury and now it's like he needs to be back to exactly who he was before he got injured.
And you can't glide.
No,
right?
No.
That's the thing that like you forget. Is like hockey, you could play with like a messed up ankle or a a tear in your hip, and you're like, I'll glide my way through a little bit, lean in here. No, if you're not moving, you're not moving.
Yeah. You can have the little, like the smallest injury, and it changes your mechanics of everything you do on the pitch now. So yeah, it's definitely completely different, and it's something I hope fans take into account sometimes with guys that are coming back from injury, that it's yeah, it's not always a straight line. You have to, go through some tough periods, especially trying to get fit again. To play a 90-minute game it doesn't happen overnight. So
Yeah.
So one more semifinal tomorrow at 3 here on TSN 1050, and on the TV side, Argentina against England. What should we look for there?
I think it's going to be a great match. England obviously was able to come from behind and get a good win against Norway, and Argentina went the full 120 as well. I think England and Norway did as well, but Argentina went the full 120 in heat against a good Switzerland team as well. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good game. They both have great sets of players. Obviously, Messi's on one end, but then you have so many great players on the English team as well. So I think it's going to be an incredible match, honestly.
But yes or no question, no hiding from it. Are the English going to choke away like they usually do?
I don't know. I think it feels a little bit different this go around.
That's what they always. It's coming home. It's always coming home until it's not.
1966. It's like a Leaf story.
Yeah.
When was it? It was coming home last time, and the Italians ruined it at the Euro. I can't say anything. The Italians didn't even qualify.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Yeah, we have that in common.
I was going for Canada anyways.
That's right. You got a lot of Italians supporting Canada this year.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy. Like, did you ever think about, like, you're from Toronto, so you understand like what that whole dynamic is like. Did you ever think about what that was going to be like if it happened?
Yeah, I mean, when Bosnia and Italy were playing against each other, that's the thought of everyone. It's like, if we get Italy, like, what's that stadium going to look like on June 12th, So, yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah. So, as you look back on it, what's your favorite part of your participation in this?
I just told those guys my 3 favorite parts would have been the first game when Kyle Laryea scored the goal to tie up the game against Bosnia, the eruption from the crowd, the energy within the stadium, even before the goal, but especially after he scored, it was incredible. The second one would have been when Isma got injured, the way he responded, the way the team responded, the way the country responded and supported him, I think was super special and showed the unity of this country.
Yeah.
And then the third would have been Stefan Eustachio's goal against South Africa for us to get through to the round of 16. Obviously away from home, but still the energy that you feel after someone scores in basically the last kick of the game to send you to the round of 16, that was also
crazy
yeah,
stuff.
I don't even know the word I'd use.
It's like euphoric.
Exactly. It's stuff of dreams, honestly.
But that injury scene, I mean, it was almost spiritual, wasn't it? Just in how everybody got through it. It was kind of different.
Yeah, and I think as crazy as it is, the strongest person in that situation when the injury happened was Isma. He immediately calmed everyone down, told everyone he was fine, told his family in the stands he was fine. He's, just broke his leg and he's waving and applauding the fans in the stadium. Like that's so selfless. That just speaks to the type of guy he is. So yeah, he helped all of us honestly get through that moment.
And the surgeons watching the game and rushes to the hospital to perform the operation. I mean,
That's
crazy.
Wild stuff, right? Like if you're the best surgeon, and if you're the best surgeon, like I got to get to the hospital.
Yeah. He was treated exactly, so we know he got top-notch treatment as well. So that also was very soothing and settling for all of us.
So you've got your son here in studio with you. What's it like kind of having him along for this journey? He's obviously old enough to understand what's going on. It's got to be pretty special to share all of this with him.
Yeah, he loved every moment of it. He's a huge soccer fan. It was, him following every game, following our games more importantly, and yeah, he was awesome through the whole thing. I think we've made lifelong memories for him.
Are you his favorite player, or does he have another favorite player?
That's what he says. He says I'm his favorite. So.
Yeah,
get him to come in. Come on in.
You want to come in the shot?
Come on in. Yeah,
come on over.
Yeah, come on in.
Knuckles.
There we go.
There it is.
All right, who's your favorite soccer player? Nice.
Yeah, there we
go. That's right.
Father and son tandem.
Yes.
You having fun?
Yeah.
Good.
Did everyone went to all the games?
Yeah. Well, they all came. They were right behind us, supporting the team, supporting me. So it was great.
We got some TFC games to go to too now. Yeah. Gotta support the team, right? That's awesome.
Too nervous to talk?
Nice. He's transparent. Good.
Yeah.